up, yo? Go vote. What are you doing watching my show if you haven't voted already today? If you are eligible to vote and you are not voting today, or didn't already vote and you're just not planning on voting, what the fuck are you doing watching my show if you don't have time to vote? You do not have time to watch the show. Am I deterring people from watching the show? Maybe. But that's okay. It's just my interpretation of what is good versus what is evil, which is that if you have the ability to vote, if you can vote today, as in you are a eligible voter because you are a citizen, you're a person in this country who is eligible to vote and you are not voting, you didn't mail in, you didn't drop off, you can go, then you suck. You suck. There are a few exceptions to this. Number one, it is no, there's not. I was gonna say used to be when you voting by mail and all of that, but like now you can do those things. So if you can't vote, if if you can't take the day off of work, which is crazy that voter Tuesday is on a work day, then you have to vote in advance. You got to do that. You go after work or you got to go before. You got to drop off. You got to vote. You can't not vote. Cannot not vote. And if you don't vote, you cannot bitch. And people are like, that's so not true. I am practicing my freedom of speech by not voting. And freedom, and I didn't vote. Okay, fine. Then you don't get to complain because you didn't do your fucking part. I'm coming out with fire today. I just am sick and tired of people complaining who didn't vote, who are eligible to vote. If you are complaining and you were not eligible to vote, for example, if you are here on a visa or if you are here and the prison system has fucked you over, and if you are here for a reason you're not able to vote, then you're fine. But if you can vote, tired of you guys complaining, vote and complain, or don't vote and shut the fuck up. Or if you're not eligible to vote, do whatever it is that you want to do. That. Ryan says, I'm going to a voting poll once I'm off work in an hour. Yes, Ryan, you got to go. Got to go. Mark says, I can't vote. This I know, my friend. But I thought that we would do something fun tonight because I'm annoyed about something, and I'll tell you guys in a minute. Streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. Send in something you want to complain about today, and I will read it out loud in a complaint voice. You can pick the complaint voice if you want, or I will just do my best complaining voice. Send in streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. What do you want to bitch about today? Let's complain. And normally I'm like, no complaining. Today, complaining. It doesn't have to be political. It could just be something that you're fucking bitching about. It could be something very small. Could be something big. Send in streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer or super chat in. What is it that you want to complain about today? Again, usually I'm like, everybody stop your complaining. But sometimes we got to let it out. And then in the chat, we can talk about that thing. We say, is that worth complaining about? Do we understand? Can we relate to the complaints? Let me tell you what I'm complaining about today. In the mail today, I got my insurance update for next year. So every year, Blue Cross sends me a big pamphlet that is telling me what the changes are to my health insurance. So I am freelance, which means, Blue Shield. I always call it Blue Cross because I think it's Blue Cross, Blue Shield, whatever, Blue Shield. I am freelance, so I pay for my own health insurance, and I'm not made of money, so I have a silver HMO plan. And do I wish I could have a platinum or gold plan? Yes. Do I wish I could have a PPO? Yes. But as is, my silver plan costs me $300 a year. Now, let me tell you what it doesn't cover. It doesn't cover my primary care doctor. It will cover a primary care doctor, but the one that I've been seeing since I moved out here when I was 18, who deals with my autoimmune disease, it doesn't cover that person. So it doesn't cover that. Doesn't cover dental. Doesn't cover vision. My copays are astronomically high. Barely covers shit. So I just got it's $300 a month. I pay $300 a month. So the silver plan is the middle of the road plan. There's plans lower than that, and then there's plans higher than that. It's a middle of the road plan, $300 a month. Today in the mail, I got that they are increasing my plan by $30 a month. So now it's going up 10%, and my copays are higher across the board. So instead of my copay for my gyno or my primary care being 40, I think it's 50. Instead of my labs being 100, it's 150, just going up across the board. This past year, I and my deductible, like the amount that I have to hit and for them to start actually paying for things, was 3,700, and now it's 4,700. So that's going up $1,000 more that I have to pay out of pocket before they actually start covering things. I want to complain about this. What the fuck? Like, it is beyond me. I don't know if you guys are, and like, who is freelance that is doing it better than I am? Because I'm not doing this well, apparently. Like, this is now going to be costing me $4,000 a year. $4,000 a year just to pay for my health insurance. No dental, no vision, not including any of my deductibles, and it doesn't cover anything except for emergencies. $4,000. How is that possible? How is that possible that I am paying that much? I'm somebody who gets stimulus checks. I'm not in that like class of how am I paying $4,000? What the fuck? Makes no sense. Insane in the membrane. I don't understand. And you're not allowed to be uninsured. And then if something does happen, you end up paying so much money. And I got that in the mail today. And it's like, if you're going to charge me more by that much, tell me what I'm getting. This is why, remember, I fought so hard for them to pay for my birth control, because that should be illegal for them not to be able to. And they were charging me $100 a month for my birth control. What? For being born, I have to pay $4,000? The fuck? So that's what I'm bitching about today. Really annoying. I just like wildly annoying. And I have no dental. So then I go and get my teeth cleaned twice a year. So that's $150 a time. And that's if I don't have a problem. If I have a cavity, forget about it. I've been trying to take better care of good care of my teeth. I've always taken good care of my teeth, but even now, like, usually I brush twice a day. But now if I have candy corn, then I'll go brush my teeth right afterwards because I'm so fucking afraid of it. Andrew says Roxy president. Free healthcare, my dudes. It's like every time that I voted yesterday, I dropped my ballot off. And it took me about 10 hours to really look into every single measurement and see everybody's side, every candidate. I really try to do my research. And I actually feel like one of these years I'm going to put together a voter guide because I spend so much time on it that maybe I can help somebody. But there are several voter guides that I follow. And every year I'm looking at things. This year there's a dialysis package that's a measurement for us, or there's all different stuff. And I'm like, how can we how do we figure out how to get free healthcare for people? Because this is crazy. It's crazy. And then maybe people who additionally want private healthcare can do that. But like, I either pay that or I'm fucked. Who's complaining about what today? Streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. Doesn't have to be as serious of a complaint as that. Could be more serious than that. I want to vent out your complaints today here on the show. Before I do that, and again, get those in loud, get them in proud, let me know what you're bitching about. I'm going to go to, don't forget, anything that you're bitching about, your Streamlabs go to a really good place, and it's right to my fucking health insurance, which I need. Okay, going into your Streamlabs for the day so far. Like you said, streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer, starting with the Zen one himself on this Tuesday, November 8th. Go vote. Glenn says, Team Roxy, happy or whatever adjective. Tuesday, however it feels, up to you. If you choose to, breathe in. Love. Ooh, I'm sitting so crooked to get out of line. Okay. And blow out. So breathe in again. Love. And blow out. yucky energy and remove all type of blockages. Be brave, be you, be awesome because you are. Roxy and our rock stars and everyone listening, say to yourself, I'm kind of caring, full, unique. I'm good people. I'm worthy. My story is important. Deserves to be seen and heard. And he says, thanks for hanging out. You're welcome. He wishes love to my family. He reminds us to feel the sparkles and happiness and love and energy and golden sparkles and let them manifest. And then he says, be you. All right. I'll do the very best I can to do that. But also, to fucking complain because today is a day of complaints and that's okay. So we get to bitch sometimes. And Glenn in here sent in another Streamlab with a complaint. Everyone else, streamlabs.com/Roxy Strider, send them in. He said, I don't usually complain, but medical insurance in the US sucks. My mother has reached her out of pocket for the year, but she has been denied a stay at the rehabilitation center for her broken ankle. Previously had a stroke, stent put in an artery. It's like they want to send us the fuck home so that they can clear the beds, but we need extra care, and it's fucking ludicrous. I've been reading your DMs, Glenn, about your mom, and just thinking about her. It's so our system is so clearly a problem that it's like I don't understand how we can just keep living with something that's such a problem and we just don't do jack shit. Like we just don't do anything to help, and it's like that's worth fucking complaining about. Some things, I don't know if they're worth complaining about. We can do them anyway, but like, you know, sometimes I'll get Sour Patch Kids and it feels like they didn't give me as many reds as they gave me greens, and that feels fucked up. Don't know if it's really worth complaining about, but I notice it. But people being able to stay in the hospital, it really fucking matters. That's why everybody needs an advocate. And even that sometimes you shouldn't have to fight so hard for your health. It shouldn't be a fucking constant battle the way that it is. It's so exhausting and time consuming. That's when people should be healing, not fighting with the system, which fucking sucks. And we all know sucks and everybody agrees sucks. Okay. Oh, I need to do a complaining voice. Okay. Ryan in the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/rockstar. Send in your complaints. Okay. Ryan's complaint is going to be, it's so fucking annoying. Small gripes, but I want to vent about the prices movie theaters charge for snacks. Completely agree. If they make them cost that much, why not lowering ticket prices or lower the cost for popcorn and candy? Since they're serving beer, why not make beer cost more? I feel you so much, Ryan. It is crazy town USA. I don't love them making beer cost more, but I do get where you're coming from. It's just highway robbery how much it costs to go to the movies now, because even if you're not splurging, you can easily spend $40 to go see one movie. Even if it's not like a splurge, even if you're not getting like crazy snacks, four things, if you're just getting snack and a drink, you're getting your ticket, you're paying for parking, it can cost 40 fucking dollars. And it's like, and then if you are splurging, it's like $60 for one ticket. If you got kids, the fuck do you do? I'm like, yo, kids, how many Skittles can you fit in your belly buttons? Because that's how we're doing it. This is a trick that I use at the mall. If you go to a movie theater at the mall, they always let you bring in shopping bags, and I put things in the shopping bags. Maybe I'm not supposed to admit that, but that is my truth. Let me have it. Yeah, Ryan, I'm with you. Oh, I feel like my next complainer voice, whoever sends in, is going to be a Jerry Seinfeld voice. I feel like, what's the deal with that? It's very true. That's how we should be complaining about everything. Streamlabs.com/Roxy Strider. Send in what you want to bitch about today. Ryan says, I'm not here to advocate for lower prices for beer, just the tickets. I hear you. Who in here has voted today? By a show of, I understand some of you are not eligible to vote. By the show of you who are able to vote, who in here has voted? Let me know in the chat. I want to give you a shout out. I'm worried about the election. I know that sounds like such a basic bitch statement, but I really genuinely am. I live in California. It seems like for right now, for the time being, my body is my choice. For a lot of people, it doesn't seem like that's the case, and for the country, it seems like that might not continue to be the case. Additionally, for a bajillion other reasons of these horrible people that are running and these fucking billionaires that are running. It's crazy. In my city, Rick Caruso is running against Karen Bass. And I don't know if you guys know anything about California politics, but Rick Caruso is a fucking billionaire who consistently was a Republican his whole life, now is running as a Democrat. And he keeps saying things like, and if you've been to LA, he owns the Grove and he owns the Americana. He says things like I keep getting these postcards every day in the mail for him. And they say things like, Rick Caruso will help the homeless problem. Or it's like, Rick Caruso cares about your rent. Shit like that. And it's like, you're not going to tell me any action steps? I can see that your track history shows that you have endorsed all pro-life, aka forced birth candidates in the past. What do you mean you will help the homeless problem? You're just going to say you're going to fix it? How? And it's concerning because a lot of my friends that I've been talking to, they're like they were talking about voting for Rick, and I'd be like, he's like a billionaire Republican. And they'd be like, well, no, he's got like, he really wants to do all the things that I want, which is like help with renters and with homeless people. And I'm like, no, what? No, he has no plan of attack. None. But he's just sending out so many things. It shows you that money can really buy an office position sometimes. So I'm worried about that. I'm worried about a lot. Let's see who voted in the chat. All right, coming to you guys. Okay. And then don't forget to send in your complaints in the super chat here in the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. Just send in $5. Send in a complaint. Have that go straight to my health insurance. Y'all know the deal. Jake says, I voted this morning, even though Alabama will never flip. I feel for you in Alabama, Jake. Thank you for being one of the good ones. You bring a good name to your state. Ian voted. That's good. Mike voted. Andrew voted. Love to see it. Paul voted. Kevin voted. Bruce voted yesterday. So did I, Bruce. Ben voted last week. Ooh, special. AJ voted. Love to see it. Steve says, after my show is done, after your show is done, I'm going to vote. Good, Steve. But don't let my show be the reason that you don't. If you got to go, you got to go. When you got to go, that's the way to go. Ben says Rick Caruso is a billionaire Republican shit. Yup. And he says homeless policy is garbage. It's barely a fucking policy. AJ says, put my little blue dot on my super red state. Love to see it. And no, Sam, it doesn't have to be a complaint about the election at all. It can be a complaint about Carol from work. I just want to read your complaints out loud so we can all put energy into silly, weird, serious, whatever complaints. We'll all talk about it. Tom voted. Love to see it. Let's go, Tom. Sky says, I'm not voting. There's no point. Hell hath no fury like God's wrath of reckoning. Oh, Sky. You got to vote. Or you have to be unwilling to complain about or willing to not care about any of your loved ones' lives, or you got to vote. You got to vote. Ugh. You guys, it's pouring. Wow, it's been pouring. I can hear it was pouring yesterday in LA, and I didn't think it was supposed to rain today, but all of a sudden it's pouring. I got to go to a screening tonight. I'm seeing Fablemans. I hope it's good. Let's see. When's it supposed to stop raining? Okay, it's supposed to stop at 5 and then start again at 6. Oh, and then rain all through the night. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Jake said, this ain't my state. I'm only here because of this job. Well, it's your state when you live there. Like, Massachusetts is always going to be my state, but California is my state too. When you live somewhere because of work, like I do, it becomes partially your state. Mark said I voted in spirit. Does that count? Yeah, you live over the sea. You can't vote here. But yes, in spirit, it counts. Definitely counts. Let's see what you guys are talking about. Streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. Can she speak? We don't know. Can she sleep? She certainly hasn't been. Last night, I got home from Black Panther, which I want to talk about also. I saw Black Panther. And oh my God, no complaints. Streamlabs.com/RoxyShire. Y'all, none of y'all have anything to complain about? That's crazy. So I saw Black Panther last night with Dee and Steph, and I was going to do a whole show on it today, but we're going to talk about it for World Girls tomorrow. And so I figured I would just talk about it with the girls. My brief overall thoughts were that I think you guys are going to like it. I am really curious to see what the audience thinks. I taped an episode on it with DJ Wildridge last night. We did Only Stupid Answers episode. I think it's good. I think it's very good. It is really respectful, and I think that was the most important thing the movie could be. It did justice by Chadwick Boseman, and it was a beautiful story that I really enjoyed. The performances are awesome. The story is great. There are, this is no spoilers, obviously. There are parts of it that I think people might have some qualms with. Like maybe they would have had a different preference. But overall, I thought that it was very well done. And I was happy. I was happy to feel that way. And I was nervous that I wasn't going to feel that way. If you have more questions that are non-spoilers, streamlabs.com/RoxyStryer. So now you can Streamlabs or Super Chat in questions about Wakanda Forever. That's the Black Panther sequel. Or a complaint that you want. And I will read it in my best complaining voice. And it can be about the election or not. And also anybody who voted, don't forget to remind me in the chat because I'll give you a shout out because voting fucking matters. Even when you live in a place where you feel like it doesn't, you are still letting your voice be heard. You still do matter. If everybody thought that voting didn't matter, then nobody would fucking vote. And we all need to practice what we bitch about. It's not practice what you preach. It's practice what you complain about by fighting against it. Okay, streamlabs.com/RoxyStryer. Mike Joyce says, okay, I'm going to be Jerry here. The Cubs and the Bears are in full rebuild mode now, and I'm not happy about it. It'll be years before they're good again. What's the deal with that? Yeah, I feel you. I am not in the same boat, but the Celtics without Ime, with our new coach, which is like, how's it going to go? And the Patriots with all of the quarterback drama, and is it going to be Mac or what's going to happen there? It's just all up in the air. So I'm stressed. The Red Sox, I'm not been following. I did not follow that closely, but it seemed like we sucked this past year. So, and the Bruins, I wish I watched hockey more, but it might be years. And I feel you might get so frustrating when you don't see like good on the horizon. Yeah, Ben, the Patriots did crush this weekend. They did. So that was cool. Let me know what, and Bruce says, Zappy, baby. I'm curious people thoughts on who's our quarterback. Red Star in the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/RoxyStryer. Send in those complaints. Send in those questions about Black Panther. So I just got fired from a project. Oh, that have been more. Okay, wait. I need to bitch better here. I just got fired from a project that I've been working on for months now. But I at least still have another really good job to make up for it. Any advice? Red Star, you were so fucking cute that's not even complaining. That was you saying something awful that happened to you, then saying something good that happened to you, and then asking for advice. Red Star, you don't even know how to complain, you angel. Yeah, okay. So you got fired from a project you've been working on for months. That fucking sucks. You have at least another really good job to make up for it. That's fucking great. My advice would be to learn what you can from the situation because all you can do is move forward. So if you got fired from a project that you love, I think you might have gotten fired for shit reasons, but we can always do better. Assess yourself, look at how you managed the project, see what it is that you think went down, and see if there is any room for improvement in the future. Rejection is protection most of the time, and oftentimes it is to teach us a bigger lesson later or something that we are gearing up towards later in life. So I just try to look at the situation and then don't do that to be hard on yourself. Be as easy on yourself as possible, but just do it to educate yourself if there's anything to take away from it. You are precious and we appreciate you. And thank you for sending that in. Okay, Della Common. Della Common's gonna get like total valley girl. So voting in Indiana, not ideal for me, but still do it. As a leftist, each year it gets more and more disheartening. But as you said, it still matters. Yeah, I'm so with you, Della Common. That's frustrating. My sister lived in Indiana for 4 years. She went to IU. I meeting a lot of her friends there. I was like, oh gosh, you guys are such good people. How is it that you don't care about other people in this way or prioritize different things? But it is frustrating, but it does matter. And Indiana is a little purple, in states like Indiana, it really does. I think it does matter. So yes, yes, yes. Wow, it's pouring. Can you guys hear that? It's fucking pouring. Streamlabs.com/RoxyStrider. If you have questions about Black Panther, non-spoiler, of course, or if you have things you want to bitch about, send them in. I want to hear from you. I would love to complain for you, as there are plenty of things to complain about, and we very rarely do that on the show. I feel like I should do a once a month bitch sesh, and we all just get to bitch about things. Does anybody have any? It seems like you guys are not as interested in venting and complaining as I am. Maybe it's just me. We don't know. Or maybe it's Glenn and me and Ryan and Mike and Red Star, Sam, and Delicom and Keith. It could be like, it's our bitch club. And if you want to be in it, you got to bitch about something. Wow, can you guys hear that? It is fucking downpouring. Whoa. I wonder if you guys can see this at all. I mean, it's just crazy to me because it's Boston. I mean, because it's, what's wrong with my head? Because it's LA. It's fucking pouring. Whoa. All right. Let's go back into the Streamlabs, see what y'all are bitching about today. Glenn in here, and he says, yeah, back to giving thanks and saying thank you for all the lessons and blessings in my life, because regardless of what's going on in my life, it is still totally up to me to decide how to feel about it. So I'll just keep breathing in and out. I'm with you. Sometimes, every once in a while, you gotta bitch. Okay, Jake Yakavetta sending in a complaint, and I love it. He's gonna be stoner dude complaining, man. Jake Yakavetta says, my biggest complaint is about being a couple weeks away until it's dark when I go to work and dark when I get off. Not having any time in the daylight is bullshit. Yeah, I'm so with you. Daylight saving is a fucking scam, my dude. Or whichever one we just went into. It is dark by 5 p.m. That makes me fucking depressed. I'm like, seasonal depression is real. There not being enough hours of daylight is fucking so crazy, annoying, and frustrating, and I can't stand it. And we voted on it, and they still just aren't doing shit, and that's confusing to me. This country is confusing to me. Our daylight hours are confusing to me. Fuck all this. Leonard Kim. Okay, let's see. This doesn't seem like a complaint. It just seems like something good. He says, Messi is the motherfucking GOAT. If you disagree, you're blind and you clearly don't understand sports. Clinical finisher, insane dribbling, mind-blowing passing, king of assists. But also, yeah, everyone is entitled to their opinions. Go Pats, Celtics, Sox, Bees, Rebs. Yes, Leonard Kim. I don't know anything about soccer. So if you say Messi's the best, I believe you. But also, I believe who's Dorina thinks the best. I believe her. I don't want to get on D's bad side. Shout out to all of you guys in here. Bruce says, bro, whoever made up daylight savings needs to be tar and feathered and shame walked like Cersei in Game of Thrones. It made sense back in the day for the farmers. They didn't have the way to light outside. They needed early morning sunlight to farm. That's fine. It doesn't make fucking sense anymore. Nobody that I talk to, Democrats, Republicans, nobody likes this. Nobody likes me. Everybody hates me. I'm going to eat some worms. Can we change it? Please. Streamlabs.com/RoxyStrider. Glenn says being unselfishly loving and supportive of others, including strangers, whether it's on the internet or not, as well as being kind, caring, fully unique, makes you humane, worthy, and a cozy fire to be near. You're remarkable, priceless treasure, and an inspiration. We are getting out of here in the next few minutes because I have a World Girl meeting about our calendar. So send in any last minute questions about Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, and complaints. If you vote, you get to complain today. Or if you were intending on voting, if you lived here or were eligible. Yeah. Wow. It gets like really fucking hard and loud for a while. Talking about the rain sounded like a euphemism. It was not. Then it kind of eases up and then it goes in. I don't like driving the rain out here because the streets get super slippery because it never rains. And also, people do not know how to do it out here. You just like do a lot of stopping. Stop and stare. I wonder why you're not there. Not do anything to get what's fair. So yeah, here for a couple more minutes and then I'm bouncing. So send in those Streamlabs and shout out to everybody in the chat. I appreciate you guys being here. Appreciate anybody who votes. I appreciate anybody who votes not selfishly, but votes to protect their loved ones. That is how I vote, is to protect the people. Because too many people just voting way too selfishly. Glenn Caesar in the stream says everyone who shows up to give their support whenever, however they can when it gets tough, even if you're by yourself, you're not alone. Everyone's battling. Keep on fighting because you are winner, chicken dinner. I like Glenn sending all these in. Glenn probably feels so uncomfortable sending in any bitching because Glenn never complains. Yeah, Bruce, I hate driving in the rain too. Just hate it. It's just brutal. Glenn's like, let me send all the positivity. Glenn, you didn't say anything wrong. Our system is fucked up. Stick it to the man. Stick it to the man. All right, my loves. I appreciate you being here. Just so you know, my week tomorrow, I'm going to be doing an episode of The World Girls. We're going to be talking more about Black Panther Wakanda Forever. And we're going to be doing, I think, the news because we didn't do it on Sunday because we did a watch long. And then on Thursday, I will be doing either a live at the Roxy or a live with Roxy. And on Friday, I'll be doing either a live at the Roxy or a live with Roxy. Oh, no. I hear dripping inside. My door is dripping. Oh, no. I gotta call my landlord. Whoa. Uh-oh. What's happening? Okay, let me text her. Yikes. All right, I'm going to go. Okay, much love. Stay safe, stay sane. Put down the toilet seat and live. We don't want those buffoons. Don't turn with the Holocaust. Justice for all the people who lost their lives due to excessive force. My body, my choice. Oh, okay. Della comment said, oh, I didn't know we were bitching. So been going through some training at work and I won't bore the program, but I've learned that I'm the type of person that naturally sus people with a lack of authority, and it makes total sense why 2022 sucked. Way to bitch, babe. Way to bitch. I feel like I want more information. Give it to us next time, maybe. Glenn says, everyone listening, say to yourself, I'm kind of caring, fully unique. He says a lot of good things, but I have to go because it's now really dripping in here. Okay, geez, Louise, wish me luck. Just for all the people who lost their lives due to excessive force, my body, my choice, wherever you're on the rainbow, we love you. I think that was all of them. Okay, later.